Hey everybody, it's Maggie from Personal Euphoria with today's plank story. If you don't want to do plank, I got a good one for you today. Push-ups. Now, you can get down on the floor and do sets of push-ups if you want, but if you're going, well, that just seems like worse plank, you could put your hands on a wall and do the push-ups into the wall. So you have tons of variation. All right, so this week I woke up broken out with like 3 zits all over my face, which of course reminded me of adolescence. I'm blaming it on perimenopause, not the Halloween candy I've been sneaking, but maybe both play a role. So anyway, it made me think that today's plank story should be about prom disasters. So when I was a sophomore, I went to the senior prom, and we were going as a group of 4 girls and 4 guys, and we went out to eat at a restaurant in Stonington Village, and my boyfriend and I had to park like a half a mile from the restaurant. So we walk there in our high heels, and when we leave, one of our friends had parked his car on a yellow curb and it had been towed. And I remember him being like, "Oh, I didn't realize yellow meant you can't park there. I just thought wealthy people must paint their curbs yellow." So he has no car. So we said, "Come with us." So that couple walks the half a mile to our car, and my boyfriend had left his lights on, so the car is dead. But there's no cell phones, remember? And there's no one really around. It's sort of this quiet section of town, and no one goes by, and we like walk back to the restaurant and get someone to jump us, and we basically miss prom for the most part. We get there for the tail end. Then, when I'm a senior, I had no interest in going to prom. It was never my thing. So I didn't want to go, but I decided to go because I played field hockey, and it was a tradition that the field hockey seniors at prom take a picture with their sticks and all their fancy dresses. So I'm going to prom, and my boyfriend that morning wakes up with heat stroke and is throwing up and can't go to prom. I wake up with a zit on my face, of course, right? Like you do for prom. So another friend agrees to go with me. We go to prom, and prom itself is generally uneventful, but in planning to go to prom, we had booked to go to the same restaurant we had gone to when we were sophomores, and it like catches fire and closes, and we have to go to another restaurant that catches fire and closes, and we have to come up with another restaurant, and we're starting to think, are we just jinxing all these restaurants, right? Like prom's not our disaster, but it's causing havoc in town, right? And the restaurant we ended up going to was fine, but the other sad part is I reached out to some friends last night who I went to prom with to confirm, was this the story? Because I found that I tell stories and I have these moments, I was like, is this detail right? None of us could remember. And one of our friends was like, well, what I remember is we went mini golfing. Zero recollection. If I went mini golfing on prom night, no clue. I don't recall it at all, which is terrifying. Worse than breaking out. All right. I hope you have a wonderful day. As always, keep moving.